Trying new things is hard, but growth is an essential part of life. If you're looking to take your next big step or change your direction, but don't know where to begin or how to even start, seeing how someone else successfully managed this in their life could be priceless. Shifting Gears, the ultimate roadmap to crafting your legendary brewery or restaurant, a new book by Jake Losey, might be exactly what you're looking for. See, Jake and his wife Kaylee opened a brewery back in 2019 with a dream and pretty much no experience. I probably don't need to tell you this, but COVID struck shortly thereafter. Not an ideal situation for a brand new business of any kind, let alone one that would be literally forced to close its doors. Despite that setback and many more, they not only managed to stay open, now they are thriving, and Presidential Brewing Company has become the cool neighborhood hangout they both envisioned it would be, and also one of my favorite places. Jake's book is meant to help other aspiring entrepreneurs achieve the same heights that their customers and amazing staff have driven them to. He hopes that he can help fast forward the amount of time it takes you to build an idea from neutral, great idea, no movement, to legendary, a thriving brewery or restaurant. In addition to sharing the practical steps that have been proven to help build his dream, this book is also chock full of stories about the inner workings of the brewery. You will get to learn an in-depth background of how they got started and how they have continued to thrive and grow. Shifting Gears, the ultimate roadmap to crafting your legendary brewery or restaurant, is available right now on Amazon in paperback or on your Kindle. Pick up a copy today, and when you visit Presidential, which you definitely should, tell the folks there I sent you. Thank you to everyone who sent in a glimmer in the last month. There are a lot of really good entries, but there can be only one winner, and it goes to a listener named Steve. Here's what he wrote. Today, in about a 30-minute time frame, I had 2 students tell me thank you for something I did in the past. Not simply for giving them a paper or picking something up for them. They thanked me because of the way I made them feel, or some way that I'd helped them. If you know 12-year-olds, you understand how impressive this is. It made me feel very good. Congratulations, Steve. You should be getting a message shortly explaining how to collect your prize. And thanks again to everyone who participated. And now, on with the show. This is Lessons We Forgot, and this episode is called, What Are We Going to Do Tonight? One of my favorite cartoons growing up was Animaniacs. If you never got to watch it, it was like a combination of old Warner Brothers cartoons, think Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, combined with a bunch of juvenile humor, mixed with a healthy smattering of 90s pop culture references thrown in just for fun. Bill Clinton played saxophone in the title theme, for example. Like classic WB cartoons, it was sort of an animated variety show with a wide assortment of recurring characters. 2 of my favorites were Pinky and the Brain. The titular duo were lab mice who had been experimented on so much that they had acquired an abnormally large amount of intelligence, for mice at least. Though Brain clearly got the best of the 2. Each episode began the same way. The mice would be introduced to a new scenario or a novel piece of information. This would inevitably force Brain to ask his compatriot, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Pinky's response was never exactly what Brain expected, and was always way off topic. That was actually always one of my favorite parts of the show. Eventually, the conversation would conclude with Pinky asking, Why, Brain? What are we going to do tonight? To which Brain would reply, The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Of course, because it's cartoons, they never actually conquered the world. Usually because Brain forgot one important detail in his otherwise foolproof plan, but that never stopped them from trying again the next night. Unfortunately, a lot of us can relate to Pinky and the Brain. Not the lab mice part, the part where we keep trying, day after day, hatching new scheme after new scheme without seeing much success. And just like Brain, when we come across some new idea, usually in the form of an acronym, we think we finally found the solution. This thing will be the thing that solves all of our problems, we tell ourselves, except it isn't, and it doesn't. Undeterred, we try again. Maybe we can roll out something that worked in the past, except that doesn't really work with kids these days. How about that cutting-edge new program everyone's talking about? No, we can't afford that. And now, here we are, once again, deciding what we're going to do next. So, are we doomed to failure like Pinky and the Brain? Well, kinda. Look, we're not going to take over the world, but that was never the plan anyway. More importantly, we're not going to find the solution to all of our problems in one easy package. What we do is way too complicated for that. Honestly, it's probably harder than taking over the world. Every day, we try to help kids who come to us with problems we can't solve. But we still manage to meet them where they're at, and we try to give them the best chance at success, both here and with whatever comes next. Some of our parents have expectations that are unrealistically high, and others whose expectations are heartbreakingly low. At the same time, we're pulled in a million directions. We're asked to fill roles we're not trained for, and oh yeah, we should probably do some grading from time to time. Like Brain does, sometimes it feels like we should be able to scheme our way out of this mess. With all the combined years of experience and smarts we have here, there should be a way to conquer this challenge. Except there isn't. Every day we will face new challenges. There will be things that we never imagined standing in our way tomorrow. And even our best laid plans might be thwarted by the tiniest of details that we didn't account for. But every day it's up to us to try again, to come up with a new plan and a new scheme. And even though we might not be able to take over the world, when we work together and when we meet our challenges head on, even knowing that we might not always have the best laid plans, we do succeed. We win small victories all the time. And remember, our job here is not to win. Our job is to put our students in the best position for them to win. And that is something we do all the time. So, what are we going to do tonight, Brain? Thank you for listening to this episode of Lessons We Forgot. I'm the host, Chris Winkle. You can contact me at lessonsweforgot@gmail.com, and please do. I'd love to hear what you think about the show and any suggestions you might have. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. That is the best way to help grow the podcast. If you want to hear more Lessons We Forgot, we post new episodes on Sunday nights. And when you like, rate, and subscribe to the show or leave a comment, that also helps the show reach new listeners. If you really hate ads like me, I do have a Patreon site, patreon.com/lessonsweforgot. For only $1 a month, you can get the show without ads. I'm offering a free trial right now, so go check it out and see if it's something you'd be interested in. Thanks again for your support.